the Camille specifically, she can just kind of pick you off, but since it's a Camille, we're assuming top lane, you're not going to have to deal with it that much. And it's a strong lane in general. This kind of feels like...
mid is winning for BNK FEARX. Bot is winning for BNK FEARX.
Also, Raptor has the smite upgrade and Sponge doesn't. So there's literally zero chance of stealing that away. It would just never happen, especially into Lee Sin. So Sponge notices that, backs off, and this is kind of the trickling sort of Ramafinge's level 5. So now you just can't really engage.
Maybe trying to make a play for it here is Nongshim.
I think because you picked up that first one, your smite's coming up soon. Oh, they're going for the fight potentially.
Maybe they are going for the kill even, as there is the Galio over the top, just trying to peel for this one. Sponge already pretty low. As play, and he is just going to go a little bit too far, trying to shore it up for the team. As you see Nongshim going to win in the 2-for-1, and here comes King in looking for the double on top lane Camille.
King getting so much value on this pick, and all the early game woes kind of just disappear on the back of a huge engage from Nongshim. 2-0-1 plate as well as a result. So he's, despite being...
And no curtains just yet, but Diablo just trying to get a little bit closer. They're trying to lock down Raptor, who is going to dash away, but the follow-up is just there. They can't get away from them as the heroic exit does come in from Vikla, and he will survive. But man, it is difficult right now against this Nongshim comp.
Yeah, ended up just hitting a limit in terms of the CC available to keep Vikla in place. But still managing to pick up another kill on the Raptor. Raptor had such a good start, was on track. You see the state of the river where, well, I mean, the Shen just ults in, but was closer anyway, and Diablo is always able to assist from afar with the ult.
Hens goes for the follow-up, gets the kill there. As now this Jarvan, he looks low. Raptor trying to get the kill, but he's got so much backup now as Lens is going very deep for this. They do get the kill on a Raptor, but now we have the rest of Nongshim following up. A very messy fight so far, but Nongshim are not going to back down from any of it as Taeyun just gets assassinated. Nowhere for him to go. Just trying to play Caitlyn, and he's not having fun.
These skirmishes, even in moments where Aram AM, you'll have seen this item a ton.
I think they're going to be getting some kills here.
Yeah, I think it ties in with what they want to do.
Clear's in a lot of trouble. A lot of flash just trying to follow up here as he tries to dash out of the Bard ult, and Sponge will eventually go down. We also had a kill on the Lehens up here on the top lane. That is a nice dodge on the Shockwave from Raptor, but now he's just really close to the Orianna. Not having a very fun time there. And now the root comes in as Diablo from miles away is getting a lot of value here. As now Vikla gonna try to TP out of this one.
Both of them. Just, it doesn't matter where they are, they'll be there. They die. The bottle comes in to try and save, but it's a little bit late.
They're trying to fight again. As the kick comes in on a King, and that was very nice actually to set that one up. We also
we've had all year on the LCK. I mean, we've had some that are up there, but this is definitely one of the bloodiest. Is definitely how this match is going. So.
Yeah, and it's Nongshim's whole MO. Like, this is all they want to do is fight. And now Taeyun is like, please, I just want to play Caitlyn and have some fun. We're not having a lot of fun in this case as a double kill comes in for Kingin. And Lehens gets rooted, but it doesn't matter. They're just diving turrets. They can kill you anywhere.
So hard to play safe. This is the epitome of just like, I'm trying to play safe in a tower. There's no safety under these towers.
You know, just play safe, ADC. Yeah, I mean, they're just diving the turret once again. You see that Taeyun isn't even moving over. He's just going to die too quickly. No chance at a heroic exit. As now, Kingin down here in the 1v3 is like, I will kill you.
They're not strong enough to dive Kingin. They can't really counteract this play in the top lane. Just struggling to find options of what to do. Dabble's hubris now.
It's really cool to see Nongshim come in to this draft and say, okay, we're just going to go ahead and get them. We're going to go kill them. And now we have the Bard ult coming down, but again, we've seen that this just delays your inevitable demise. You will die one way or another, says Nongshim, and they will dive anyone.
Flanked here by Raptor.
Taeyun gets him to safety. But again, you know, he can't stand under that turret. There's no Baron on the map yet, but Nongshim are still taking all the turrets down. So,
where you fit the Stormrazor,
yeah,
he will just have insane crits. Like, his crits will just feel like a Caitlyn headshot every single auto.
Better Caitlyn. To learn how to play this champ, Kingin's like, bro, I'm a top laner. Like, I can play, you want me?
Okay, that's, it's just gone. Oh, Tempered
Wow.
Fate won't do much of
Oh
anything.
no! Wait, they went kind of close to Nong Shim. Why did they do that? Well, they had to play the game as they're going for Taeun.
Oh,
He tries so desperately to play this game of League of Legends. Kingin getting very low. He will be taken out as the Stand United doesn't do a whole lot to help him. As now Sponge is 1v3 in the back line. They just have that much money at this point as Diablo has not been challenged at all. As he finally gets rid of...
He didn't go for the IE, he went for the Storm Raiders, but he's just doing so much damage already. I'm at 2 full levels down on Sponge, by the way. And he has been found.
They have found him. The kick does come in, and he's dead. That's going to be 24 stacks now on Scout's Magi's.
Soul available in a minute 2. It's 11,400 gold lead. At least just a best of 5. You know, you have a lot of games to adjust. Yeah. But right now, with how this game has played out, it just did not look close.
Yeah, I mean, the first 7 or 8 minutes or so, BNK FEARX actually had a nice little early lead. And that was the most lead they had in this game.
It was a good start.
Yeah.
And then it stopped being a good start.
It's calm so many times, but I do think that, you know, when you have so many dive threats, it is very hard for BNK FEARX to play from behind. But also, you know, counterpoint, Nongshim could have just gone too far and thrown it a little bit, but they played it really well from ahead. As Sponge here, again...
Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Where did he go?
Bro, Taeun, just play safe, guys. Come on.
Oh my god, he just vanished. Sponge really said, what is he, a magic trick?
Nongshim are just going to end the game now and put them out of their misery. And again, they spent a lot of draft bucks on this, but very worth. They do take game number 1 with flying colors, and they look very happy. So a big smile on Sponge's face.
But on the other side, I think BNK FEARX, you know, you have a strong bot lane. Ahri's going to be fine in this matchup. Rumble, even though Ambessa does well when she gets level 6, and her Eclipse.
Yeah.
And now Diablo's back in the lane with a Cole, able to pick up that wave pretty handily. Raptor's trying to challenge here.
Yeah, he is going to flash. Nice try here from Sponge, but the follow is just there with the lock as the shield comes in, but he's still dead. His first blood. Raptor, I know it's your name.
I want to go for this play.
I mean, the wave isn't there, though. Not yet. They are going to try to get in as Vikla not able to get the kill on Lens, but he lands the charm. And that does set up Taeun to get the kill. After actually started it up, and this is on Vision, but see that BNK FEARX are just going to give it away. This is an early Ocean Drake.
Yeah, you cannot tango with Sponge. Not only has the advantage.
Oh, we're just going in. King's looking for the kill. The equalizer, I don't think even hit him. As I don't think he really has kill pressure, but he's putting on. He kind of knew this Rumble was coming, and if it wasn't, I mean, they already banned the Renekton for safety, and then Olaf was banned by BNK FEARX as well. As they went pretty far down the lane here, the Fear is going to land onto Taeun, who does not have flash. That is a kill from Sponge. They will not be able to kill Kellen, though. As a nice little setup here in the bot lane gets them a kill.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really good look, I would say, because ganking the Ahri is rough. I mean, top lane, you can go for the Rumble, but he's kind of being pushed in, and Ambessa a little bit conditional about, you know, the follow-up and the setup and stuff. So you just look for the Ezreal, of course. It is very much kind of against the grain of normal thinking.
But they just wait long enough.
Yeah, just...
Sponge doesn't quite have
stick around as they are going to go in on a Diablo. That is Ahri, and that is Vi. The Wild Growth comes through, and Diablo, no way for him to get away without the flash, as they think they're safe, but BNK FEARX wait for long enough.
Sponge's ult was down in that passage of play, and I think they kind of shirked the initial effort from... I feel like a reset to pick that up would be pretty valuable.
Vikla probably also
Both junglers are down here in the bot lane.
Yeah, trying to set something up here as Kellen might be in a bit of trouble. They do go in on the Ezreal. Sponge in a bit of trouble himself, has to flash. Both top laners TPing into this fight as Sponge is like, where do I go? I'm not sure. As the follow-up comes in and Sponge is in a bit of trouble against the wall. They do take him down as Clear is burning everyone under the turret. So much damage comes out from that Rumble as Raptor goes super deep, but it pays off as they do get a couple more picks, and that's a triple kill for Vic Lazari.
The cleanup is there. Clear makes a massive impact in this fight. And the thing is, Vikla was able to TP there. Scout had to walk. He was very late. And BNK FEARX showing why they prioritized this composition.
And they're continuing to put on a lot of pressure, but it is the mid diff in terms of gold. That's the biggest one right now. A couple of Drakes do go to Nongshim, and it is Hextech Soul. So certainly still a world where
Diablo's hell.
they pick that up. Yeah, it's not fun to play in Ezreal Karma.
No. Especially not one behind. Now they are fishing for something here, top lane on Scout.
I mean, they're so strong. They're just going to press their buttons as, yep, there's the charm on top of it. Raptor getting pretty low, and the execute does come through after the fact from the grave. And Sponge, interestingly, what he's doing is he went for that big dive-in bot that just brought the whole team very far down the lane. It was not great. But after the fact, he's like, okay, Raptor's off the mat. I get the one Drake. Okay, he died in the top lane dive. I get the Rift Herald. He's like, okay, I'm just going to objective max now. As now he's going to ult on in. There's the combo. The polymorph comes in, and there's really nothing that Kellen can do except position better. As that is not going to line up from Kingen.
And we'll see what they're able to do in the next few minutes before that dragon. Now, I think, Scout, you may be in trouble. There's no ult on the Vi, though, and that's a lot of damage.
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't just drop an ult on a clear and just try to go for the kill. Maybe assume that Raptor would not be down here. As now he's going to look for Raptor, who flashes into the wall. And he is barely not going to get executed. There he is, okay.
That was pretty close. Not the best flash from Raptor, if I'm being honest.
I've seen worse, but yeah.
나 2초. 공 볼게.
It's just saying the timing of his ult.
안 좋아. 좋네.
Yari is very strong
Yeah.
at this point of the game.
He's the majority of the gold lead right now for BNK FEARX. I mean, they have gold leads elsewhere as they're looking now for clear as the flash comes first as he is going to go golden with the arm guard. I don't know if it helps him. The equalizer, though, huge amount of damage into Sponge, but the Ambessa just dives away, dashes, and gets out of there. But instead, it's just a turret here for Nongshim.
And this is such tremendous value because you got Clear's flash, you got his Seeker's arm guard, and you're able to pick up a ton of gold here for Kingen on the back of not just that tower, but these plates as well.
240.
So obviously does a lot of physical, but does have a good amount of magic damage in the kit. So Kingen optimizing against that. Yeah, they're just opting out of this one instead, looking to get some more gold. That's the thing, is that it would be fantastic to get that dragon, but they're not under pressure when they have the advantage in terms of those dragons. They do pick up a lot of gold for it. Kingen now 1,200 ahead. Now
BNK FEARX are trying to force something, but now Raptor in a lot of trouble. They do get the ult down, and finally it's just a trade as now the Ambessa lines it up, finds clear, as Kingen is just so tanky. Look at him, we were just talking about this, as the charm even comes in. The Mikhail's is there, the burst on the Yunara is as well. The exhaust on the Kingen is going to go so hard here as Vikla's still alive. He's getting the reset, picks up the triple, and now Scout just trying to get away, barely will be able to do so, but Vikla's 8-0.
So when he's obviously getting a lot of procs off his W and his Malignant, stacking that pretty quickly.
Yeah, what happened to him? I don't know. We do have Sponge also, just going to throw up a Paranoia and goes for the big flash over the wall.
It's Terry again, and they're going to go over to him and pretty easily just clear this one up. Sponge, low health, in base, not going to get anyone here. Just has a Hex Gates to help.
You just saw him walk in the bush.
Wow.
That is the raid boss. You can't face check him.
This does buy time for Sponge to get there. You know, I'm not saying it was a good thing that Kingen did that, but at least Sponge is relatively close, but with no ult, no flash. How are you reaching the pit?
Yeah, I don't think the walk in a straight line is going to work here. Although, no, yeah, they're not going to try it, and it's probably a good call. BNK FEARX, though, going to get a lot of momentum from this. At least the mid turret goes to Nongshim, but that's all they're going to get. I don't know if he needs a Rabadons. I mean, it certainly makes Ahri's damage a bit more consistent.
I think it gets to the point where you just like ult and W and someone's just taking so much damage. This flank is coming in.
Well, he's going to have some follow-up. They're going in, and Vikla is getting pretty low, but yeah, the follow-up a little bit late is now finally Scout trying to do something. They do take down the Ahri, and Diablo's getting a little bit of peel here as they're trying to go in. He's going to get a kill.
He's doing it.
Goes into Taeyun and just dies. So close, though, as it is a double kill for Taeyun. FEARX do have position on the Drake, so at least they have that. A couple of Drakes in their pocket is very likely. See Nongshim not even coming over here. And they still have the gold lead, but yeah, now you get a lot of gold onto Scout.
So I can understand the reasoning behind it, but does mean you are a bit less threat for the time being. Second dragon picked up by BNK FEARX.
I do feel like with the Maw, he is going to be quite tanky with the wild growth as well, if they use it on him. As most of the time, they are going to be looking to use it onto Sponge, and they tried to do that onto Vikla, who didn't even have to flash. So it does not work out. Lehens
Keep running!
here, yeah, he's just a sad Lulu. They're trying to get a kill on a Raptor here, and they do, but Scout immediately dies as well. And now the follow-up is here on a Diablo, who's just trying to kite it out. He's doing quite a lot of damage, but eventually this will run out. Double kill comes through for Vikla. And kind of a half-hearted play from Nongshim to get Vikla does not work out.
Yeah, the game plan was Lehen's going to flash polymorph Vikla so you can't dash away before the fear comes in. You kill the Ahri and BNK FEARX feels so much weaker. I can see the theory behind it. Very hard to do in practice, and Vikla responded immediately. I mean, you're not going to do all the damage yourself, but it's a lot of consistent damage now. There's so much AP.
Okay, they're trying to go in on the Lehens. They are going to eventually kill Scout, as you mentioned, kind of just a drive-by from Vikla. And they do get the kill. It's a traded junglers. So now Equalizer's going to come down. Kingen very much cut off from the rest of the team. Exhaust also going to come down. He's just trying to blast on his way away from this one. But
They could have also gone to the dragon. They opt to go for the face check.
yeah, and somebody has to do it. It will be Scout. There's the combo. They do look for Vikla, and a lot is thrown into him, and he just goes golden. Scout is going to die, and Vikla lives until the very end. The flash charm is beautiful, and that'll be the end of this one, as Vikla says, you did not respect my Ahri. Could have just banned it, and they elected not to. And BNK FEARX look fantastic. 15 kills on Vikla.
15 kills, 25 pages in the Medjais, a statement game from Vikla here. And yeah, I think it was pretty telegraphed the composition they were going to go for. Nongshim let them get it, and they live to regret it. Well, maybe Scout doesn't actually.
Yes, die to regret it. And that'll be the end of this one. Nexus goes down. We do have a series.
For BNK FEARX, they have a very bulky top jungle that you can just buff up with the Seraphine. The Ashe and the Azir can sort of provide the damage from a distance. Not the most combat power in lane. They're just trying to weather the storm and survive and look for that kill pressure later.
Okay, Gellen's going to flash away, and that allows the Olaf to frontline. Gets the flash out of Sponge, and now the slows are coming in. Taeyun just frontlining into 3 of them. We got TPs from both our top laners, and Scout is here first as everybody's trying to flash away from this. As Clear says, get down, Mr. President. I'll take him over the wall as Vikla now gets in and does eventually get the sweep on a King, although it looks a little bit funny. And there's the knockback from the Cassante. Nicely done from him. And BNK FEARX eventually get the win.
I think Clear
Okay, they're just trying to come in here and do the Drake with BNK FEARX maybe. I don't have any other explanation.
They're so low.
Clear just avoids every counter-strike, or if he does get hit by it, doesn't really do much, as we don't have a cleanse here for Diablo, so he's just dead. Maybe even if he had cleanse, the turret.
Perhaps.
I don't know. I think cleanse would have been better than teleport in that.
Oh, they're going for Raptor here.
Yeah, they're trying to get the Ragnarok out. He just turns on to Sponge and immediately dies to the burst of Scout, and now we got a player out of position.
Wait, there's a TP value.
And yeah, he TP's in, and he gets his revenge. Still very far ahead. Taeyun has 1,500 gold. Let's see about Vikla, though. As the Mega Cone engaged, they're going heavy onto the dive here onto the Azir. Arrow is going to hit Lehens. As Kellen's like, I definitely do things. Gonna keep him rooted down. Lehens tries to flash away and just dies anyway. So that is a Nautilus now without flash.
The Chemtech Soul adds that much value, but the value for BNK FEARX is absurd, so it's a really unbalanced position. Normally you have strong dragons. Oh, they might be in trouble, or is
He's just going to Cassante all over Diablo, who's like, I really didn't want to flash here, as that is a nice scatter, though, and the Unleashed Power comes in, but he still gets the kill! And he does eventually die, but worth.
That's painful. That's painful. And I don't just mean that passage of play. I mean playing Lethality Varus into Cassante. It's not a fun time. And Clear demonstrating that. Uh-oh. All
right, well, Lehens doesn't have flash. Even if he did, he was just rooted 100-0. So
yeah,
trying to go for a ward by himself, and he died.
I don't think BNK FEARX are too upset, only by the missed opportunity if they could have had it themselves. We're going to have to keep that in mind this next moment. You see here, he's proxy farming, gets collapsed on.
예, 나 본다.
And he just flashes on him, ults him.
Yeah. I mean, the first thing he says when he sees him is, I'm going for this.
Yeah, and Kevel starts winding up the queue. I think he could have just left. Like, Syndra's there, Nautilus there. I think he could have just left. You have flank wards potentially for Kingen, though. They're TPing Scout in here. That's a big grab.
They're going to get him, actually, as now the scatter comes in, and there's the burst damage. As long as it's not onto the Olaf, feeling pretty good, as now they're just going to turn onto Vikla, who just sweeps them in, but he dies immediately. And now we've got only the Cassante. Sponge looking for more. He will take down Raptor. This Naafiri is going ham, and now Clear alone against 5. He will be killable in that sense. As now the flash comes in, and Tanu's just going to blast going away.
Oh, keep running!
No! He can actually flash for that.
Applying this pressure down the bot lane. They had Scout lead over as well. We'll just pick up this tower for Kingen.
And remember, they have Mikhails. I mean, Raptor's just going to pull the trigger here on a Diablo. The flash comes in, catches both of them. And now Scout in a very awkward spot. He's going to go down. And BNK FEARX immediately going to turn this fight around as Lehens goes down under the turret. They're going to take the turret here themselves, and BNK catapult into the lead.
So this is what I was worried about. This is what happens when you don't catch the enemy backline and Olaf just charges onto your carries and dispatches them pretty comfortably. They're now looking towards the Baron.
Scout had a Jayce.
Well, that was not the best investment. I think Clear is enjoying himself this game.
Well, he did get the... okay, they're going to take down the Baron.
But they get it. They're fine. No problem. They have the sustain. They have the tankiness. We did see Kingen pushing a lot. Okay, we see a TP mid from Scout to try and help defend, but this tower is long gone.
Yeah. You see Diablo's like hitting piercing arrows onto the Olaf, who already has a shield. And he's just not really doing anything.
Kingen bought a large... I guess he didn't have the money for the Seekers. That's really unfortunate. You'd have loved to have picked that up here.
It's a little awkward. A little bit of burst, and then some heals and shields, and Clear is basically unkillable as now the Mikhails comes in. Lehens, really nice heroic play, and Kingen's on the flank now. Might have an angle here for Nongshim. A lot of damage coming through onto the BNK lineup as Kingen flashes in. He's in front of 4 people and is in a lot of trouble now. Gets pulled back by the Cassante and just went way too hard in that fight as the Cassante's still basically full health here.
Raptor still has ult.
Yeah, it's kind of on the opposite side of this fight. Unfortunately for him, Sponge just hops over the wall. They do get the Ragnarok, and he does join his team again.
Heiyun resets, picks up Infinity Edge, and comes back. He was pretty low, so that makes sense. With Kingen dead, I think Nongshim's chance of contesting this kind of just out the window. And Clear, it just feels like he's an immovable wall. Oh.
Yeah, there is a turret there. And Sponge can no longer jump up into the air. He's going to flash. And
I think he's out, but
yeah,
that was a confusing passage of play there.
A little silly.
Yeah. Retreat too.
Sponge now doesn't have flash, and he can jump up into the sky, but there are a lot of ways to chase. Arrows going to hit Lehens in the base.
I'm going to defend Kellen here. You see something fly at a brush when there's a Syndra, a Varus, and a Nautilus on the other team, I'd be flashing too.
But he got hit by it.
But I think
and
he just saw it coming, and he was like, oh, because I mean, if you think about it, Dredge line given over. TP.
They're trying to challenge this.
It is the Hooting Baron.
They don't have a jungler. Okay, let's see if they can go for the fight. We do have Kingen gonna stop the TP. I think that was coming in there from Vikla.
Yeah, so we'll stop it.
Let's go down.
Doesn't drastically change the outcome though. Structures and then retreat to the dragon afterwards. You can see a lot of vision down on the bot side of the map now from Nongshim, but a lot of that's going to fade. In the meantime though, just be cautious about being engaged on.
Speaking of which, Taeyun is dead. He is frontlining, he has cleanse, he thinks he's safe. Clear also TP'd into this one, so now they're going to look for the Cassante. Here comes Raptor though on the flank. Going to be looking for that backline. Big double knockup comes in as they're going all in onto the Jax, I think. Finally, Scout on the left side will go down, but already a lot of damage done here by Nongshim. Sponge does go in, and now Clear is still unkillable.
He's still full HP! He's still full HP!
And look at Raptor too. The two tanks, the two frontliners, and the Seraphine. They can't kill him. They can't kill him.
They're not even trying at this point. They know they can't. They don't even.
But at least Diablo has Edge of Night, so.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, they're just diving the Nautilus. I think he's just dead. I mean, Lens does have flash though.
Okay,
so.
able to disengage.
Okay.
Okay, well, my eyes playing tricks me. I see Diablo hitting him, but I do not see this just time at all. Oh, Mikhails
nice
comes
Mikhails, but Vikla's still gonna catch him as Lehens just throws in a depth charge.
They're gonna try and rush the dragon.
Maybe, like I don't know. I think they're just trapped here in the pit, and they're gonna try to kill Sponge, but maybe the Olaf goes.
Oh, he gets it.
Just gets it anyway. The smite is there, and it's still a 5v4, guys, as the GA is procced. And Scout is left all by his lonesome to face, you guessed it, Cassante himself, the unkillable, Oh man, this is just getting one-sided. BNK, they're just gonna win the fight. They take the Chemtech Soul and maybe just push bot.
I wanted to see how much healing the Protoplasm Harness did. I don't think we're gonna. I don't think it's possible for him to get low enough. They've hit critical mass. I think they might have done that before they got the Chemtech Soul, but they've gone over the line now. They're just going to push in. There's nothing you can do. Clear's getting healed as well.
Yeah, no Mikhails this time, and they're going to get the kill. As King goes in, he gets the flash out of Taeyun, I guess. They will easily spend that, and Vicla's like, here, have an Emperor's Divide too. I definitely did things in this game, as BNK FEARX are going to take down the Nexus and get one win away from moving on to the next stage of play-ins.
So, you know, position for BNK FEARX. They need that momentum. I think if they're even and it gets later, they're not actually in a good spot.
Yeah. Double buff here for Raptor. And level 3 is going to be hit by Kingen, but I think they just run at the Gwen. And there it is, first blood. Going to go straight over to Clears in Italy.
Yeah, really good flash to be in.
Raptor says, these are my Raptors. And he does get them. Sponge taking a lot of damage, but also stun down onto Raptor, who is going to get rooted here by the Rise. Scout wants the kill as there's the bailout, but he will not be getting a takedown. So a kill goes over to Scout early on here.
Yeah, good play there. Scout gets the root. And Lehens, is the Blooming Burst? I think it's called. Oh, we'll see the replay in the bottom left, how the flash got burned. The flash just caught Diablo off guard.
We got a dead Vikla here in mid. He has flash, but yeah, just running around behind. Doing a good job of kind of making this interesting. Can even try to threaten an execute or try to run away, but the root comes in and he doesn't have another jump. Oh, there's the heal. Okay. Keeping this interesting for a long period of time. He's dodging everything. There's another one. If he gets another heal.
Okay.
No, it's not going to happen. Scout presses his ability.
Dragon hasn't been looked at really by either team. And I think it makes sense that Nongshim aren't in a rush to start it up. Uh-oh.
Standing on a ward is Lehens. There's the handshake. It's pulled through the rocks and the flash engage Renata. And Kellen picks up the kill. Screen we had in the bottom left.
Okay, well, we now learn the limit of what you can play-by-play on. Yeah. But I'm putting a lot of pressure on now is Kingen. And this top lane matchup is feeling less convincing.
Especially because Clear is low on mana.
Oh,
man, he jumps in directly into the Gwen. Now he gets flashed on, and that is just...
And despite that, there was still a lot of hope for Nongshim, but it feels like I'm putting a lot of weight on this one moment, but to die to the Gwen here is just so disastrous. Really well played by Kingen. The cooldown refund was flat, and that's why she was so much stronger early. And now the fact that you have it scaling up to 65%, it kind of put a dampener on an early game. But if you get through it, a very formidable champion to deal with, and I don't think BNK FEARX have the tools. Oh no.
Everybody is trying to dive into clear right now. The knockup comes in into the roots, and yeah, there's just too many people. Now the wall comes in, and that's why we see Talia into Rise. For the response wall after your side laner already dies. So at least, you know, Taeyun is down there. Avicla stays in the top lane and is doing a lot of damage to Sponge at least, who is getting quite low, and he does actually get the kill, so Avicla gets away with it. A bit of a skirmish, little scrum over the blue buff, and
Okay.
looks like Raptor will get away.
Little overstep from Sponge there, and this whole time, Taeyun has just been farming bot and pushing the wave in, so BNK up on it and then dashes on you. They don't have to fight this. And I think it's dangerous to go for it. I think this is the right call. I think this is good from Nongshim. There's no pressure on the Herald, though. This is a bit more worrisome if they get it. A bit more meaningful.
Yeah, BNK FEARX setting up here. We do have the Realm Warp behind them. Scout on the flank. Again, he just has a Rod of Ages at the moment. The engage comes in onto Sponge, and he does get the one Cyclone as Lehens tries to get the knockup. By the way, the 1v1 is won by Kingen in the top lane, and now it's pretty close here. Taeyun just hopping around. They don't have a good answer as the bailout is there as well. Nongshim, I don't think they should have gone for this fight, and they found out why as Kellen picks up the kill, and BNK FEARX get...
And they get a fight win. It's a double whammy. And you were really made to pay for that overstep. A good decision from Nongshim not to take the dragon goes into a poor decision to contest the Herald.
Yeah, I don't know what Claire said, but it's definitely frustrated by a situation. That's all I can really say. Sponge in a rough spot here. He's trying to just flash out of this one, but the flash on him from Raptor is going to be his demise. And Claire at least will pick up a second kill, but... I mean, the team fight still looks good for now when they're this far ahead. Scout is going to get away with his Realm Warp, but that is the turret down, so that's all the outer turrets, plus the mid-tier 2. Kellen is, he's got, you know, the Callista, and there you go. He throws himself back in, and he's actually totally fine, and now Diablo is totally baited. It looks silly, but with the Callista right there, he knew the range of it. As now Taeyun is just frontlining. He's just going in there with the Rend. He's not going to get the bailout, funnily enough. Maybe on CD there, as now we're just going super deep for this one. Clear, looking for the kill on a Sponge. He says, I am useful. And he will live with the help of Kellen, who makes it all possible. That's 5 kills for BNK.
And Nongshim just keep playing into BNK value here.
So we're following Taeyun.
Mikhail.
He's saying Mikhail's.
So much damage there to just execute the hands.
야, 라인 잡았어.
Good hold on it to just out of control in no time.
Yeah.
And this can
Nico
happen.
didn't have flash, right? So it felt very forced once again. This time he's got flash though, as they are looking for that back line, and you see that full health on Taeyun. As finally he is going to go to the bailout. They take him down, but the rest of the team is there. As you see Raptors just frontlining, and they're just too far ahead at this point. Yeah, you got the Callista, but they're so far ahead as a team now. There's nothing you can do. As BNK FEARX, they are just chasing him down. Clear going to stick around and make sure Scout doesn't get the back, while the rest of the team looks for the Baron.
Oh, hits.
Yep. He's, okay, that didn't quite reach. How did that, what? He hit the spear right, he gets the extension. No slouch, he's not Ryan.
Flank. Hasn't been spotted.
Okay, they're just sending it in. We do have the Realm Warp for vision, I suppose, as he's just gonna flash on Avicla and try to actualize him, and they get Taeyun on the right side. A lot of damage going into him, and they finally take down the Callista, but Diablo falls as well. And that might just be too much here, as BNK FEARX, they clean up the fight, and they might have just booked their ticket to the next stage.
Scout does not get the value, and BNK FEARX will face down Hanjin Brion for the last spot in playoffs. Nongshim, this is the end of their season, the end of their year.
Yeah, it's kind of sad to have them go down like this, but BNK FEARX were absolutely the better team on the day. You cannot take that away from them, as Vikla is ecstatic. And it will be the battle of the Bs. The two B teams, BNK FEARX up against Pro for the last